2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this first round action. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and this week we are at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club in Orlando, Florida. What are the players up against here with the opening hole, Rich?
460 yards dogleg from right to left. The fairway bunkers are in play with drivers and 3-woods. You want to avoid those at all costs. Second shot into a very narrow green that's dotted by bunkers.
Well, I'm looking forward to today, that's for sure. Let's see what kind of tone he sets for himself today. That was wonderfully done. And take us through the approach shot. It's not easy to run the ball onto the green.
It's not. Your approach shot has to come in high and soft with a lot of spin, as there's just not much depth to.
That goes down for an eagle. Oh, and up he goes, marching to the top of the leaderboard. And it's time to recap that play.
Perfect distance, perfectly judged, and look at that, straight in the hole.
Currently a couple under for the round. The second hole is a long par 3, old typical Redan style at 230 yards.
Yes, the green runs from right to left and chases away from the player on the tee. You can hit it short right and have it bounce on to the flag sticks that are on the right. However, when they're in the back left, you don't want to come up short and left in a low area. That'll leave a very difficult up and down.
He's found the surface. Good chance here. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 24 feet from the cup. This is what they have left for birdie here. Oh, they're going to walk this one in.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
Right over the spot they were looking at.
And Rich, why don't we just get a little Tiger highlight from a moment ago?
This is how you do it 7 days a week.
Nice putt to make that one. And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Rich, the first exposure to the famous lake here at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge is the third.
There's a lot of intimidating tee shots on this golf course, Luke. This could be number one. Water down the left-hand side, you obviously want no part of, but if you miss it right in the rough, that is very gnarly and nasty to come out of. The green works away from the player, moving from right to left. The miss is out to the right, but watch out. It's awfully quick coming down that green. Don't chip it or putt it in the water.
Should find the green. Oh, terrific approach, and a chance for birdie here at the third. Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole. The first of the par 5s, Rich, the fourth hole.
Yes, Luke, you got out of bounds on the right-hand side that shouldn't come into play for the players, but those bunkers down the left-hand side certainly will. If you get a good tee shot away and you find the fairway, the second shot uphill to this par 5, you can reach, but still lots of trouble lurking around this green. No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
Hey, nice looking line. That's inside the range. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. John, do you have any info down there?
Hey guys, we are checking in with John Rahm as he gets set for his next shot here on the 10th.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The 5th at Bay Hill is the shortest par 4 on the front 9, measuring just under 400 yards, Ridge. Placement off the tee, critical here.
It is. It plays straight downhill the entire way, so most players not taking driver out and challenging those bunkers. Lay up short of those, and you'll have a short shot to a green that once again chases away from you at the back end of it.
Oh, absolutely flushed. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. And it certainly makes putting easier, doesn't it? And that will take him to 6 under. He's sharing 13th place.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Now we head to the famous par 5 6th, Rich. A lot of players are thinking birdie, maybe even eagle.
Out to the right, most definitely the widest part of the fairway, just left of the left-hand bunker out there. We'll leave a layup out to the right, and then you just have a short pitch on from there. This is a really solid birdie opportunity. Players on other side of the golf course making some noise.
This one looks to be headed towards the fairway. Here's some action from just a short time ago.
Look at the touch that this man possesses. Pretty straightforward shot, about what you'd expect to see from this player.
Sitting at 6 under for the day, just outside the top 10 on the leaderboard. Looks like they've got the 5-wood. Oh, that was brilliant. Didn't even think you'd get on the green from there. That had a chance to go in for an albatross. What a beauty. That's a great putt for an eagle. And he dances his way into the top 10 after that delightful shot. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. Let's have a look at the 7th hole, a par 3.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 6-5 iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
Oh, this one's right down the pipe. That was a beauty, right against the hole. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Good look here for a second shot.
Solid putt, that. Lining up the birdie putt here. And there it is. He's currently tied for 6th.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
The par 4 8th, Rich, challenging tee shot and approach.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber's pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker, so make sure to take one less club off this tee. From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge. If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
Wonderfully played. And he's down there.
He's got, oh, I'd say roughly 120 here.
That's a pretty handy shot. And hitting yet another green here today.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
And this putt to move into the top 5.
This is looking solid, what they wanted.
And with that, that's their 4th birdie.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. Let's take a look at the final hole on the front 9, the 9th, and what a tough tee shot it is.
It is it ever. Players want to avoid the bunker down the left-hand side, so inevitably they push it out to the right-hand side, into the rough, into the trees. Now they've got really very little chance of reaching the green in 2. So this is probably the most difficult tee shot on this front 9, and one they have to find the fairway with. John, what's going on? Talk to us, Goose.
Hey guys, we are checking in with John Rahm as he gets set for his next shot here on the 15th.
Oh, lovely shot into a few feet. Okay, let's get back to the action. This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker.
Oh, this is on a fantastic line. Is it the right distance?
Wow, what a shot. Trying to get to 11 under with this putt.
Little birdie look in here.
Looking better.
And that's for birdie. Well holed. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. As we step into the second 9 here, Rich, and the short par 4 10th.
Players have looked at this hole differently over the years. It used to be just a layup shy of that bunker down the right-hand side. But with a favorable wind, we're seeing a lot more players take out driver and take it over that bunker, leaving a very short second to a green that is slightly elevated.
Well, this rough looks to be lush and thick, doesn't it? Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. And approach didn't seem to fit their eye.
Now, coming out of the rough, missing the green was always in the cards.
That's nicely done. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. Sitting at minus 11 for the day. The par 4 11th resembles the par 4 third, doesn't it? The big lake on the left-hand side.
It does. It just has a little more landing room here on the left-hand side, however. But if you lay back, be prepared to go in with a long iron. If you take the driver out and successful, you now turn this challenging hole into almost a birdie opportunity.
Not bad. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele. Standing over this one, and it's a very long putt.
Starting to look really good.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Playing this shot from around 120 yards. This one is right down the pipe. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. What a quality shot that was.
And as good as they putt, you almost have to guarantee this one.
Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. And the 12th hole, Rich, similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer has really started to mimic front and back nines.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds out to the right. You got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill to a green that sits above you. One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th.
There's been action aplenty all over the course. How about this shot at the last?
First-rate effort there by Tiger.
Let's return to live play now. Playing from around 230 yards. 5 shots off the lead. Good play there, Rich. I like it a lot.
What a sensational play on this par 5 there, Luke.
Oh, that's incredible. He sold it.
That chip in for Eagle works 8 days a week in my book.
Moments like that deserve another look.
Beautifully judged. Great tempo on this chip.
He's currently sitting in second. Number 13, not a long hole by anyone's stretch, but the pond in front of the green really plays havoc.
It does, more so than it should. It's just a long iron or a hybrid off the tee. Find the fairway down the right-hand side, open up the angle for your second shot, and it's obvious you just don't want to miss your second shot right. So bail out to the left-hand side, make a par. Pretty simple.
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
Clubbing up, smart. Got to control it though. Let's see.
A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the 13th. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. Hang on, this looks pretty handy. And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. And another of the uphill par 3s, the 14th, Rich.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
That was special. This one's for birdie. Well, nicely done. Holds the putt for back-to-back birdies. That's a momentum maker, isn't it?
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. As we get into the closing stretch here at Bay Hill, the 15th, the par 4.
Strong par 4, your dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
Playing from around 160 yards. Just one stroke back and right in it. Well, that's comfortably on the dance floor. Well played. That was a top effort, that one. So close to going down. Always nice when you can just go ahead and tap one in for birdie. He's currently tied for first.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Well, one of the great parts of the finish here of Bay Hill's Club and Lodge, Rich, is the fluctuations in scoring, and it all starts here at the par 5 16th.
Luke, you got to take advantage of this par 5. It's just over 500 yards. Find the fairway. Don't flirt with either of those bunkers out there. Second shot should be with a middle to long iron to a green that's surrounded by water on the left and bunkers on the right. But still, it's a great opportunity to make 4 or better.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. That could play. Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it. It's just about 3 feet away. Oh, what a super shot. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. The par 3 17th, Rich, has got a wonderful atmosphere around it. Looks visually quite stunning, but my word, it's a brute.
This hole causes more stress for the players, I think, than any other hole on the golf course, with possibly the exception of number 3. This green is nearly impossible to find as it is so firm historically through the years. You find the green, you make your 3, and you're smiling earlobe to earlobe.
This would be a great up and down. How close was that to going down? I like that. Always good when you've got hands like that around the green.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
And if this can go down, he'll save par. And down it goes. Leading by a couple after that hole. Rich, as we head to the finishing hole here at Bay Hill, a famous finishing hole, so much drama over the years, predominantly by the great Tiger Woods. But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his second shot here back in 1990 to claim the title. This one is all over it.
That's a lovely shot here at the 18th and a chance for birdie at the last. That's pretty tidy. And with that putt, concludes this players' round.